To smoke or not to smoke? That's been the debated question on the Clackamas campus. However, the CCC administration believe they have found a solution, one they will implement in the fall. The plan is to set up designated smoking areas around the school, including 7 smoking cabanas in various locations. The smoking areas range from all the parking lots, along with cabanas outside the Dye Learning Center, Randall Hall, Barlow Hall, and others. Bill Zolke, a member of the committee that helped make the change, says that it will help both the smoker and non-smoker.
You know, secondhand smoke and passive smoke is dangerous. And people that don't smoke have a right to have their clean airspace in their passageway. And we're providing an opportunity for smokers to have a comfortable place to smoke where they won't impact the space of the non-smokers.
For many, smoking is one way to combat the stress that comes from the frustrations of school.
Because it's such a nice, like, relaxation, like, class sucked, like, I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette and try and not think about the fact that I just failed the test or something like that.
Yeah.
For others, smoking, at least secondhand smoke, is one way to send a non-smoker to an early grave.
Secondhand smoke still has effects on our bodies, you know what I mean? You and me, I mean, people in athletics, anyone, you know, just walking past, inhaling that, like, even if you don't smoke and you walk past and stuff, like, it already has an effect on your body.
A highly debated question among the CCC students are the signs that read, "No smoking within 25 feet of the door," and whether smokers respect the sign, or at least the ones you can read.
I think people care. Like, you just walk out these doors and people will be right next to it, smoking, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have people come out and tell them, you know, you need to leave. You know, people don't do that. So I think if there is rules like that, you know, they should be obeyed or followed, just like any other rule.
I don't think it's very enforceable, number one, and I don't think it's very well respected. Of course, there's a few places that are more chronically, you know, problematic than others, the front of the community center and the front of the Dye Learning Center. And part of it is, like, for the community center, you can be 25 feet away from the door and you're still in the pathway for everybody to walk in.
To smokers, rainy days make them disregard the sign because of a lack of shelter, but when spring rolls around, they are more than glad to get back 25 feet.
I think it depends on the day. Like, I think that they do, like, when it's like this, like when it's just like a neutral day like this.
Most of the time, it comes down to being a respectful smoker.
Yeah, I mean, like, if someone comes up to me and asks me, like, to, like, move away from them because it's bothering them, like, yeah, for sure. And, like, when the little kids walk by and stuff, like, I'll divert so it doesn't get in their faces and stuff. But it's it depends on if you're a respectful smoker or not. Yeah. If you're going to sit there and blow it in people's face and tell them this, they can go screw themselves if it gets getting in their way and they can go away, then, yeah, I mean, people are like that, but it's just about being a respectful smoker.
Zolke feels that the idea of a ban on smoking on campus is not far off.
This is a good transitional step for us to take this next step, and then if the state go ahead and takes it on and bans smoking on campus altogether, well, then we'll enforce that, of course.
Clackamas hopes that this new policy could be one step towards helping people to stop smoking.
Every time smoking becomes a little bit more inconvenient, either more expensive or harder to pull off because of rules like this, more people think about quitting. And of course, we'd like to support that and help people with that choice.